Your greatness is not decided by your circumstances, it's decided by your thoughts. This timeless truth has been proven again and again through the lives of extraordinary people like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, and Jeff Bezos. Napoleon Hill captured it perfectly in his classic book Think and Grow Rich when he said, "What the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." But if that's true, then why do so many people struggle to succeed? Do they not dream about the future? Do they fail to recognize their own potential? Today's story will answer these questions, and along the way, it will teach you a powerful life lesson that can completely change how you see yourself. So stay with me till the end. I promise, this story will be worth your time. At a busy railway station, there lived a beggar. Every day, he survived by asking passengers for alms as they waited for their trains. Most people ignored him, some dropped a coin, very few stopped. One day, he noticed a well-dressed businessman stepping onto the platform. The man's expensive suit, confident walk, and calm expression caught the beggar's attention. This man must be wealthy, the beggar thought. If I ask him, surely he'll give me a generous amount. Filled with hope, the beggar approached and stretched out his hand. But instead of giving him money, the businessman asked a question that changed everything. Do you always take from others? Or have you ever given something to anyone? The beggar froze. No one had ever spoken to him like this before. Confused, he replied, "Sir, I am just a beggar. I survive by asking for alms. I have nothing to give." The businessman smiled gently and said, "If you believe you have nothing to give, then you have no right to ask for anything. I believe in exchange. If you give something of value, you can receive something in return. But if you offer nothing, I cannot give you anything either." With that, the businessman boarded his train and disappeared. The beggar stood there, stunned. "I've been begging for years," he thought, "yet no one has ever told me this." The man wasn't cruel, he wasn't angry. He simply spoke the truth. That night, the beggar couldn't sleep. The words echoed in his mind. If you want to receive, you must first give. For 2 days, he didn't ask anyone for money. He was too busy thinking. On the third day, as he sat near the tracks, something caught his eye. A small patch of wildflowers blooming beside the railway line. Bright, colorful, alive, and suddenly, an idea struck him. What if I stop only taking and start offering something in return? What if I give people a flower when they give me alms? He carefully plucked a handful of flowers and returned to his usual spot. Now, when someone gave him a coin, he smiled and offered a flower in return. To his surprise, people accepted the flowers with joy. Some smiled, some thanked him, and something incredible happened. More people began giving him money, and more generously. Soon, he noticed a pattern. When he had flowers, people gave freely. When he ran out, the donations slowed. So it's true, he realized, people like exchange. They value giving and receiving. One day, while offering flowers, he saw the businessman again, sitting inside a train. Excited, the beggar rushed over and said, "Sir, today I have something to get you. If you give me money, I will give you flowers in return." The businessman smiled, handed him some cash, and accepted the flowers. Then he said, "You've understood the value of exchange. Today, you are no longer just a beggar, you are a businessman." The train pulled away. The beggar stood still. A businessman? Me? For a long time, he thought about it, and suddenly, everything became clear. People aren't giving me money out of pity. He realized, they are paying for what I offer. This means I have value. This means I have a business. That day, he made a bold decision. He left the railway station and never returned as a beggar again. 6 months later, at the same station, 2 well-dressed men met and shook hands. One of them looked puzzled. "Do I know you?" he asked. The other man smiled. "Yes, we've met twice before, right here." Suddenly, recognition hit. "Wait, you're the beggar, the one I once refused to help and later bought flowers from." The man laughed. "Yes, that was me. But today, I run a successful flower business, and I'm traveling to expand it." The businessman was amazed. "That's incredible. What changed?" The flower seller replied, "You taught me one of life's greatest truths. We receive only when we give." That day, I realized I was never truly a beggar. I was a businessman all along. I just didn't see myself that way. The two men shook hands, now as equals, and boarded their trains, heading toward their futures. Life is shaped by how you see yourself. If you believe you are small, you will remain small. But when you recognize your inner value and potential, everything changes, so don't limit yourself. See yourself as capable, see yourself as valuable, see yourself as successful, because when your thoughts change, your future changes too. If this story inspired you, give it a thumbs up. Comment below what lesson you learned, and share it with someone who needs this message today. See you in the next story.